Hello and welcome back, valued customers, to another episode of Evan's Enchanted Emporium, where today we're going to be talking about a Belt of Dwarvenkind. This item can be found on page 155 of the Dungeon Master's Guide. This wonderful example was brought to me by my new assistant, Shariah. Unfortunately, I had to let go of Fidelum because of some new discoveries that came to light. And to his family, I express my deepest condolences. He will be missed. Now, Shariah was able to get this item after she got second place in a drinking contest, and even though she lost, she did win the respect of the dwarf that she challenged. This accessory is a must for anyone who wants to be as dwarfy as possible, but was born another race. Or if they are a dwarf and they just want to max out how dwarfy they are. This item does require attunement, and during the 30 minutes that it does take to attune, I would recommend nursing a 6-pack of mead. But once you are attuned to it, you will gain the following benefits. You will get a +2 bonus to your constitution score up to a maximum of 20. You'll have advantage on persuasion checks against dwarves. And while attuned to the belt, you'll have a 50% chance of growing a beard at dawn if you are capable of growing one. Or if you already have a beard, it'll be noticeably thicker and fuller and more glorious. And if you aren't a dwarf, you will gain the following additional benefits while wearing the belt. You'll have advantage on saving throws against poison and have resistance against poison damage. You'll also get dark vision to a range of 60 feet, and if you already don't read, speak, or write Dwarvish, you will be able to read, speak, and write Dwarvish. Some places you could find this item are around the waist of a Dwarven king or lord, either living or dead, in the possession of a merchant or ambassador who often has dealings with dwarves, in possession of someone who is trying to pass off as a dwarf, like a Duergar spy or a hobbit, or like with my new assistant Shariah, it could be given as a symbolic gift of friendship between a dwarf and a non-dwarf. One of the ways that I think would be fun to add a little bit of flavor to using a Belt of Dwarvenkind is to maybe not have the advantage on persuasion checks against dwarves be a magical thing, but maybe be a cultural thing. So for example, they aren't magically compelled to believe you, but they see you, an outsider if you are a non-dwarf, wearing the Belt of Dwarvenkind, and they see that as, hey, so this outsider, they're trying to honor our ways and customs and be more like us. So they put you in a more favorable light, and they're more likely to listen to your suggestions or whatever you have to say. Or if you are a dwarf, they think of it as this person is trying to embody themselves as everything that we hold dear to us. Or another thing that could happen is if a dwarf who is versed in the ways of magics, if they see you wearing a Belt of Dwarvenkind, they could become wary when they see you wearing it, especially if you are going to go into some sort of negotiations or business dealings. Perhaps they would have you remove the belt before bartering or anything to that effect. And as just a reminder, like with all magic items, you'll want to make sure that you're buying it from a reputable source, such as me, because nothing quite spoils buying a magic item as finding out that it is not of as high of quality as the buyer is leading it to be, or that it is of high quality, but it was stolen from a grave, again, possibly from a Dwarven lord, and there's going to be people after you for stealing such an item, especially when it is such a symbol of Dwarven culture. Remember, kids, it's not cool to appropriate Dwarven culture. Now, this wraps up another episode of Evan's Enchanted Emporium. Please remember to leave a like or a comment down below, especially about any items you want to see in the future. Hey you rascals, thank you for watching our video. Click here to subscribe, click here to watch one of our newer videos, and click here if you feel like watching something random. Have a good day.